Hey there, everyone. It is, excuse me, it is Topic Tuesday. I apologize. I am a bit late. So today we are going to talk about overwhelm and what can you do when overwhelm sets in. Overwhelm is a pretty common thing that happens for people with ADHD. And I was dealing with it for the last couple weeks, actually. So I was super fortunate, and on my Facebook business page, I had a video go viral, which was amazing, obviously. And all of a sudden, I had all of these new people, following my page and joining this group, and it's just been amazing. And at the same time, I was kind of overwhelmed with, not kind of, I was overwhelmed with trying to keep up with all of it. And I kept trying to do it, because it's been just me basically this whole time. And I realized one day, I'm like, I think I need to ask for help in the group. And that day, somebody actually just was like, hey, you have a lot of new people in the group, which is awesome. Do you need help? And I'm like, great. So thanks to Claire. But I was finding myself kind of, I don't know if dissociating is the right word, but like I kind of was like, I am stepping away a little bit for a minute. And part of it was due to overwhelm and trying to keep up with everything, right? And so I took my own coaching advice and I was like, okay, let's get curious about this. Let's be curious. What's going on? And I started to take a look at what was really happening. Why was I not in the group as much as I normally was? Why was I not replying to people on the Facebook page as much as I knew I should be? And it really just came down to overwhelm. And it came down to worrying about people's expectations of me, worrying about not saying the right things. A lot of stuff, you know how we are. I can't speak for everybody, but I can overthink opening a can of soup. So I tend to overthink things. So anyway, and so when I was able to get curious about it and to start to understand why I was behaving the way I was behaving, I was able to say, okay, now let's establish what are some reasonable expectations and some reasonable next steps. And so what I did was I started to put into my calendar to just come into the group every day for, a certain amount of time and just, make sure that, I'm seeing that everybody's like, the questions you guys are asking in this group are just phenomenal. And you guys never cease to amaze me in terms of your kindness and your supportiveness with the people in this group. And it's so inspiring to me. And so I love coming in and seeing that and participating myself and answering, the questions that I can. And so by putting it as part of my schedule, as opposed to, I'll go in, which is what I was doing, it's less overwhelming because I know what my expectations are for myself. And I know that I can go in and I have this amount of time and I'm going to go in and be as productive as I can, and add as much value as I can to the group. And then I'm going to do the same thing on my page, and I can only do so much, and that's okay, and that's okay. And so, what I would like you to do is when you are finding yourself in that ADHD paralysis, right? Just be curious about it. Be curious and say, okay, is it overwhelm? Am I not sure of next steps? Does this feel too big? Just be curious about it. Because what I know for sure is that when we judge ourselves, judging just leads to more judgment. Being curious leads to answers. And that's what I want you guys to find, right? So everybody with ADHD, it is, it's a constant thing. You're never not going to have ADHD. That's why the systems are so important, so that it keeps your challenges sort of at bay, or at least less challenging. But sometimes it just happens. And so it's really important for us to be able to take the big pause, as I like to call it, and say, okay, what's going on here? And you know what? It's okay. Let's just figure it out so that we can try to make any adjustments that we need. So, let me know in the comments, what are some things that you've been dealing with regards to overwhelm recently? And, if you were, how did you get past it? How did you deal with it? Or is it something that you're still struggling with? And if that's the case, I hope this helps. But just know this, you're not alone. You're definitely not alone. And it's okay. I just don't want you to get stuck in the overwhelm, which can also happen, right? So when you notice it starting to happen, just get curious about it and see what comes up. All right, so that's this edition of Topic Tuesday, and I will hopefully be seeing you in the comments every day. And if nothing else, I will also see you live next Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, or Central Daylight Time, whatever it is, 11 o'clock Central Time. Have a great week, everyone, and please keep doing what you're doing in this group. Please, it's just been so, like I said, it's so inspiring to go in and see you guys just like holding each other up and being kind, especially because right now we're kind of in a world that isn't so kind these days. So it's really nice to see it in this group. All right, have a great week.